Hey everyone, and welcome to my art channel. This is going to be my first art video for my channel and I'm really excited. I've always wanted to try doing YouTube and YouTube art videos, and this year I started working towards getting everything I needed to start doing that. And now that I have pretty much everything that I need for it, I'm now able to make videos. So it's my plan to upload new videos every Sunday, every week, and it might be like long 10-minute videos or it might be short little videos. I have a few videos planned in the future of like some arts and craft things as well, not just drawings. In this drawing right now I'm doing one of my characters, Flair, and she has a little sister named Mana, and I plan on doing an art video for Mana sometime close in the future so that you guys can see what her sister looks like. I'm also going to have pictures on Instagram as well of them, so you can check over there as well. I'm going to have links to all of my social media in the description of all of my videos. So for this video here, this is like one of my first watercolor videos. I'm still not like super good with watercolors. I do enjoy them quite a lot though. I enjoy it a lot more than I like markers, but I'm also going to be trying to do marker videos as well and sort of learn new things with watercolor and markers as well. I am sort of new to traditional art. I started traditional art about 2 years ago because I used to do digital art for a really long time. Now I'm more so a traditional artist than a digital artist. I still post digital art to my Instagram, but I'm not so much into it anymore. I do prefer traditional art and being able to like hold my art and feel it, and I don't know, I think that's sort of weird, but I don't know, it just feels like more real being able to hold it and do it rather than just draw on a tablet. So for this video, like I said earlier, I am drawing my character Flair. She is sort of a fire mage. She does have like a sword that you'll see later on. You can't really see it right now, but she does have a sword she's holding that's made out of fire. And this is when I first started designing her outfit, so later on in other videos you'll see that I have changed her design quite a bit, but right now this is pretty much close to what her final design is. This video is a little bit older, it's like 2 months old or something like that, so that's why I've been tinkering around with this design. So right now I'm just working on her outfit. The watercolor palette that I'm using is a Winsor & Newton watercolor palette. I actually quite enjoy it. I got it for like $30 at Michael's with one of their coupons, so I highly recommend it for people that are just starting out with watercolors because it can be really cheap with their coupons that they always have. I am also using another watercolor palette just a little bit at the end here because she does have some gold trim around here that I do use a different watercolor palette to get like sparkles and shimmer in it. I don't know what it's called, but if I can find it online, I will link it down below in case you want to look at that one. That one's also a really good water palette. It has a lot more watercolor pans in it than the Winsor & Newton one, and they're a lot bigger as well. They're like twice the size of the Winsor & Newton watercolor palette pans. I am also using watercolor brushes that have water inside them as well. I find that super useful, and I have 2 different water jars. One of them I use mainly for just keeping dirty water in to clean the brushes off, and then the other one I use for clean water. really recommend doing that because you want to always have a clean water for your clean brushes, so that when you go in with new colors, it doesn't become super muddy and gross looking. It can look very, very brown and muddy and gross, so really recommend having the two different water jars. I'm also using one of my favorite sketchbooks. I believe it's Canson sketchbook. It is mixed media, and it's the rough kind. I don't like the smooth kind of these sketchbooks for watercolor art. I'm trying out pencil crayons right now with it, and it does work really well with the smoother ones, but with the rough, again, pencil crayons don't work well with the rough kind of this sketchbook. I can also do a sketchbook tour of the first sketchbook I've done with one of these. So yeah, I could do a sketchbook tour with this sketchbook if that is something that people want to see. I went through the sketchbook pretty fast than when I normally go through sketchbooks. Normally I used to go through a sketchbook maybe once a year, but I would start 3 different sketchbooks every year. But with this sketchbook, it was one that I just really enjoyed drawing in, and so I just kept drawing in this one. It was a lot of fun, and I really, really recommend these sketchbooks, especially if you're into watercolors. They just look so nice to use watercolors with it. So right now you can see more of the sword that I was talking about earlier. I'm not like super happy with how the sword came out per se. The rest of the drawing I really think turned out really well, but I think I can work on sort of doing the effects of the sword better. I just don't think it came across the way that I really wanted it to, because it is supposed to be made out of fire, and I don't think it turned out really well. I also probably should have done some sort of like lighting on Flare herself for the sword, because it's made out of fire, you'd think there'd be some sort of lighting on her as well. So those are some areas that I could improve on for that. But yeah, I really like the way that her outfit turned out for this. I made like minimal changes to it, like I was saying, but for my first time drawing her outfit, I think it came out really well. I did mess up her left arm there a little bit with the way that her sleeves come down all the way down, so I tried to fix that, but I think you can still tell that it's a little bit messed up there. I'm also not too sure if I like the way that her hair is either. The way she is right now, she has like a braid in the back of her hair, which you can't see because it's a front shot, but I might be changing that later on. I might just cut her hair or keep it outside of a braid. Not too sure about that. You can also sort of see some of the sketches in the background right here. They're just like a couple little quick sketches of her and trying to figure out how exactly I want her hair to lay. She does, with her bangs, she has sort of like that little flick off to the side, and her sister has the same sort of bang look as well with her, except I believe her flick goes off in the opposite direction of her hair. So that's, I think, was really cute to do. I'm not sure if I'm really gonna keep it or not. I'm kind of on the fence about it because I don't like the way it looks on Flare, but I do like the way that it looks on her sister Mana, so we'll be able to see later on about that, if I keep it or not, or if I change their hair up a little bit. Also, right here I'm using the Prismacolor Color Erase pencils. This is also what I sketched with as well, and I really recommend these. They're pretty nice. They do erase better than pencil crayons do, so that's why I think you should use them for sketching anyway. Plus graphite is really messy and just pencil in general can be really messy and smears a lot, and I'm really bad at dragging my hand across the paper, so that's why I use these ones instead, because it doesn't tend to smear so much. If you use water on them though, and they still show up in the sketch over watercolor, it won't erase after you use watercolor on it, so if you don't like the way it looks like that, then I wouldn't recommend it unless you really erase the lines for it. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video here, so if you like it, you can subscribe. It is going to be a little bit awkward for me just because this is my first video and I don't really know too much to say. I think I'm going to do like a question and answer sort of video, or like a get to know me sort of video in the future, just so that people can get to know me and understand what I plan on doing with the channel. So thanks so much for watching, and see you guys later. Bye.